And the best thing about crocodiles, whether it's feeding them here at the zoo or travelling into Northern Australia where you find them living naturally, is they're easy to avoid. There's no circus tricks involved in it. I mean, I can stand here and I can act like I'm some sort of hero, but I'm not. It's very, very simple to do, as long as you have a bit of common sense and you make sure you're doing the right things in croc territory. Now, the biggest rule that you can break when you do go into crocodile territory, for some reason everybody struggles with this, and you would think it's just the most common sense thing ever, and that's, you don't do this. You don't go into their water, for obvious reasons. Crocodiles live in and around the water's edge. They love dirty water. If you remember, they love dirty water. It doesn't have to be salt water or fresh water, it can be any kind of water. They will use the camouflage of that dirty water to ambush prey. If this was done, you would never know that there's between 14 and 15 feet of crocodile who's probably nearly 500 kilos in the water. They are perfectly designed for doing what you see we could do right now. I've been doing it for millions of years. He is also really, really territorial. He hates me being in his water, so now that I've really stirred him up, it's all yours. Go for it, mate. Cheers, Dave.
Oh, scary.
Now, Weeper is the newest croc we have here in the Croc Museum. And he likes to play a bit of a game. It's called Come Closer.
Oh!
That gets the heart going. Now, it wasn't a fantastic strike for Weeper, but when he really means business, his strike range is from the tip of his nose to just behind his back legs at the base of his tail. Now, if you imagine this is deep, dark, murky water, and you have no idea he's there, and he can strike at lightning speed, you have
look
no
like
chance of getting out of the
sea
way.
pregnant, it's heavy.
One of two reasons.
But when
number one is for food, the big fella needs to feed. But number two is to defend his territory. As Toby mentioned, these guys are fiercely territorial, so I think we should test that theory and see what happens when Toby gets his feet wet again and gets back into the water. I just got out. What do you reckon? Take it back in the water? Yeah. Sorry, mate. Thanks, mate.
So for a crocodile of Weeper's size in the wild, and he's starting to get up there now to, generally how big they grow for a male, he can eat fish and turtles and water birds and small things pretty much any day he wanted to. What he wants to eat and what he's designed to eat is big stuff like pigs and kangaroos. So like we were saying at the start, it's important they live in that dirty water. When he submerges, just like he's doing there now, he can tell where something is by his footsteps. You'll notice Nick and I are always stamping our feet. He can see and he can hold his breath if he has to for over 7 hours under the water. So he's got time, really got time on his side. And he's got another trick up his sleeve that he can do as well. Nick's going to show us that.
Righto. Let's see how the big fella goes. Before we do that, I'd just like to mention to everybody, Toby Milliard over here, this bloke is potentially going to be the next bachelor. Give it up for Toby Milliard. One of the best little blokes in the zoo. Still single, still lives at home with mum, mate. Flash that is. Righto. He is ready to go. Oh, man. Now, this is not something we've had to train Weeper how to do. When he was a hatchling, 15 centimetres long, he'd be hunting things like frogs and insects in the reeds, and he uses this technique throughout his life. Now, when you're a big croc, the size of Weeper, anything overhanging the water in croc territory is a potential food source. Oh, man. That is one scary crocodile. So let that be a lesson to you. When you are up in Northern Australia, you do have to be wary of that tail-walking croc.
So croc territory, it's not here on the Sunshine Coast, but it starts up in North Queensland and continues right across the top of Australia, over to Broome in Western Australia.
Okay, so what I want to try and do now is see if we can get him all the way out. Now, I'm not sure how we're going to go today because he's a bit reluctant to come out. Let's give him that shot. So what I want to try and do is show you one of the biggest myths that we hear about crocs almost every day. And that's, for some reason, people think they're really fast on land.
Wow.
And they can chase animals down. And people think the best way to avoid them is to run zigzags or run in circles. So see if we can get him all the way out. Some chicken. Hey, mate. Probably not the best spot to use stand, Whitey. Lucky Wicker's not looking at it. So now he's all the way out. Would you believe that's almost as quick as I've ever seen Wicker run? So don't let your crazy uncle tell you, yeah, give a round of applause. Hasn't he been awesome today? Don't let your uncle tell you he's being chased by a crocodile. They just can't do it. I mean, he's that slow on land that I can even sit here in front of him, and as long as I watch him, he's not making any attempt to try and chase me down or run after me or anything like that, especially while he's got a mouthful of chili. But he's very, very slow. If you look at the way he's designed, you can see he's only got very short, very stumpy little legs. He's probably close to 500 kilos. So on land, he is completely out of his environment. But if I do this though, and you think he would care less because I'm just getting further away from him, if I come over here and get in his water, see straight away, it's completely different, and I'm nowhere near him. So, like we said at the start, they're so territorial and protective of their water.
So
Now,
he's
we've actually got a special
like
treat for him today as well.
The crocodile like what?
Thank you, all right, mate. You haven't done any work today? You
don't like him today, do you?
There they try to catch him.
Well done now. Toby's got to simulate wild behaviour here. So if you guys can imagine, and this isn't too much of a stretch, a wild pig coming down to the water's edge, sticking his nose in for a bit of a drink. Now, Weaver's picking up on those vibrations, but he doesn't move over quickly because he doesn't want to give himself away. He's got to stalk up, keeping himself submerged, and that pig has no idea he's still at the edge of the water, splashing around, carrying on, just like every mammal does. We're not the most voracious of creatures when we're close to the water's edge. Now, Weaver is one cunning crocodile. Now bear in mind, crocodiles can hold their breath up to 7 hours at a time. So I hope you brought some lunch with you today, because this could take a little while. But what we're trying to simulate at the moment is wild behaviour for a crocodile that would generally be grabbing a large prey item from the edge of the water and trying to drag it back into the water's edge to drown it. Because as we've already shown you, out on land, he has no advantage whatsoever. It's in the water where he becomes completely weightless, and at 450 kilograms, he can sink to the bottom and then he's banned over Red Rover. See if you can get a strike out of him. And as I said, Weaver's quite new to the Crocodile, so this is all very new, and they're very intelligent, very wary of anything different. Here we go. So he grabs a hold of that food item and straight away he backs towards the water. He's trying to pull it back in, but the pig starts putting up a little bit of a fight. And what we're looking for here is for the pig to be digging his hooves in, and we'll get Weaver hopefully doing what we know as the death roll. Oh, nice head shake. Take his shoulders. Toad's doing an awesome job there. There we go, death roll. Awesome job, Toads.
Why?
Another head shake. So what we're trying to do is really enriching for the crocodile, natural behaviours. Great exercise for an animal that lives in a captive environment. It's absolutely awesome. We've got another death roll. Give it up for Toads. And Weeksy gets it done. How about it, guys? Give it up for Weaver.
Yeah.
Now, these guys are absolutely awesome. I mean, at about 450 kilograms and 14 feet, he is absolute dynamite. But he could not be easier to avoid. So to avoid these animals up in Northern Australia, you just have to follow a few simple rules. And they're exactly the same things that you see Toby and myself doing today. And that is, you stay away from the edge of the water. As Toby's shown us, you only have to be 4 or 5 metres back and you're out of that strike range. You don't overhang the water. But please, whatever you do when you're up in crocodile territory, do not enter the water. If you follow those few simple rules, you will never come into conflict with a beautiful male saltwater crocodile like Weaver.
In Australia, crocs, they are our apex predators. They play a vital role in their ecosystems, and that is by keeping our waterways healthy and resilient.
And take a look at him. They truly are the last living link to the dinosaur era. 260 million years in the making, and you're looking at a species that is so perfect, they haven't had to change for the last 65 million years.
That's exactly right, but we don't expect everybody to leave the zoo today just loving crocodiles like we do. Myself and Nick are pretty lucky. We get to work with them every single day and see what crocodiles are really all about. But if you could just leave though with a bit more understanding for the important role they play in the Northern Australian environment, and that's really all we can ask. Steve-O, he loved crocs with everything he had. That was no secret to anybody. And he passed his passion on to all of us here at the zoo today. So with that in mind, we'd like to thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts for coming to the zoo today and helping us keep Steve's dream and this planet alive.
And now it's your turn, ladies and gentlemen. Get out there, live a little on the wild side, and always remember, Crocs rule! Have a great day. Thank you all very much.
Okay, we go the next one. Bye bye cả nhà.